What's going on, my PT peeps and my Walking Dead family? One Eyebrow back from the PT channel to talk about The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 10, the preview, breakdown, and discussion. Obviously, spoiler warning if you don't want to know this information. You haven't seen Episode 809 or the preview for 810 or the sneak peek or any of that stuff. Spoiler warning, I don't want to ruin it for you. But if you want to talk about it, discuss it, and comment below, here's the video for you guys. But first, before we talk about it, join our family, our Walking Dead community, our Walking Dead family, everything at the PT channel. It's easy. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, get notifications, stay in the know by subscribing, and be a valued member of our Walking Dead family at the PT channel. And I hope you do, because we have a lot of fun, and become a valued member of our Walking Dead family. So the preview starts with Rick looking at something. It's obviously the note that he was given by Carl. He's probably going to read it, maybe out loud. Maybe we'll get to see what it says. Hopefully we do, because it should be a nice send-off what Carl wrote to Rick. Will we see Enid's letter, Michonne's? I don't know, but we'll get to see Rick reading the letter, most likely in a field to himself after they leave Alexandria at some point, because they have to leave Alexandria after burying Carl. Then we see Negan talking to somebody. To me, that's Negan talking to Simon. And this is where I think we start to see more and more of Simon versus Negan, Negan's way versus Simon's way. And in the sneak peek, we see Negan talking to Simon and Negan telling Simon to kill one scavenger. Leave the rest alive, but this is what we do. The standard thing that we do is you kill one person and the rest will fall in line. Does Simon do that? Yes or no? What do you think? Post your comments below. I'll tell you what I think is going to happen in a second. Then the box comes in. It's from Hilltop. It's the savior that Maggie shot. He's still alive. He's a walker. Negan kills the walker with a nail gun that Gary gave him that has a full charge, or it's charged up, Gary says. Negan, Simon, there's definitely some conflict here, because Simon says maybe we should cut our losses, and Negan's like, no, we're not doing that. You clearly see some conflict, and it's not going to probably work out well for Simon later this season, and maybe in this episode. Then we see the grave. Rick, Michonne, they dug it in the last episode. This will continue. They're going to move on. They take the gun that Carl shot himself with. You can see Rick has it there. It happens real fast, but they have the gun at the grave at Alexandria. Michonne, Rick are still there at Alexandria by themselves. Daryl and them left, but Michonne is there looking at walkers and probably just looking at Alexandria and just still being sad about Carl's death. You see some walkers behind her. She's probably looking at Rick and just terrible. It's just sad still for them, but they have to get out of there because Alexandria is not safe. They're not safe there at all. You can see the gates are down. Walkers are getting in. And it's just the aftermath of the Negan attack. We'll see that in episode 810. Then you see Negan on a radio, and I gather that he's talking to Rick, or maybe one of his lieutenants there, but the way he sounds, and he's like, what's going to happen to me? And Rick's like, I'm going to kill you. You're next. So we'll see how they're talking to each other on the radios, if they're just calling each other up. Then you see Rick and Michonne walking through a shipping container at the scavengers. Most likely they're going there to probably talk with Jadis and them. The aftermath, I guess they feel they need the numbers. Jadis is going to be in trouble here, obviously, as we'll see in a second. Michonne and Rick go in there and we'll see what happened with the scavengers. Rick's still on the walkie-talkie and he's talking to Negan here. As I would gather, he's talking to Negan, and we'll see how they actually talk to each other. I'm interested to know about that. Michonne's clearing walkers out. Again, Alexandria is going to be overrun by walkers because the gates are down, the fences are down, the front gate is down, so it's going to be overrun by walkers. Michonne is clearing out walkers here and there. We'll see the awesome clip that was shown a while ago where the walkers are trying to get through the fence, and this walker's face gets like ripped open by the metal bar that's still sticking out there. It's supposed to lock in with that pin, but the walker's face gets trapped on there and it gets ripped apart. I'm sure it's the same part here where Rick and Michonne are trying to clear out the walkers. They're putting out a fire on the gazebo and putting out the fires at Alexandria, most likely, because again, Alexandria is going to be tore up, but they want to get back to there at some point, probably towards the end of the season. In the future vision that Carl saw, Rick wants to make happen for sure. Enid is at Oceanside, probably talking to Cindy here and trying to recruit Cindy and Oceanside to join the fight. I'm not sure why Tara didn't go, because that was the connection, but Enid and Aaron are there from the first part of season 8, as you can see them walking around. What makes Cindy and Oceanside join the fight? Why do they initially turn him down or not? I'm not sure 100%, but you can see in the promo pictures for 810 that they're bringing them in back after Enid killed Netanya. Then you see Negan and Simon walking from the sanctuary, leaving, probably in the van that Simon is going to take a bunch of saviors to go to the scavengers to talk to Jadis and either listen to Negan and do the plan accordingly, or does his own thing. What do you think happens? What do you think Simon does? To me, it's obvious that Simon is going to do what Simon wants to do. Negan and Simon had a conflict of interest at the first part of season 8, and you can see it's not going to bode well for the second half of season 8. Simon walks in on the scavengers. You can see all the scavengers there. Remember this kind of picture as we saw in a bunch of other teasers. Simon goes to the scavengers, talks to Jadis. Jadis walks right up to Simon, and it's not going to go well for the scavengers, guys. We talked about it in other videos that Simon is going to take out the scavengers. Remember, Negan wants Simon to kill one of them. So we'll see what happens, but Simon does not listen to Negan, and he kills all of them but one, Jadis. Then you see Aaron and Enid talking to each other. They're sad. Is it the aftermath of Netanya being killed by Enid? We'll see what happens there. Michonne's clearing out walkers again. It's more the aftermath of the fighting. Michonne's taking out walkers. Rick is seen here as his shoulder is on the left part of there. There's a fire that Rick and Michonne are putting out with fire extinguishers at a gazebo in Alexandria. Remember, there's fires still in Alexandria after the aftermath of Negan. Negan and them just left Alexandria burning. Then here's a great shot of Michonne walking up the trash pile as Rick and Michonne go try to meet Jadis and the scavengers. For some reason, they go there, but Jadis will be the lone survivor is what I'm hearing, and the scavengers are all dead. Then here's a shot of Negan looking at something here. Is it Simon getting into the van or something? Is Negan not really trusting Simon here is what I gather from this. He just looks pissed at everything with Hilltop and probably Simon and the box that was delivered. And then the trailer ends with Rick on the radio again, most likely talking to Negan. And we'll see where they meet, how they meet, when they fight, what goes on with the war, because this will be episode 10, and we have a bunch more episodes for the season. What we gather from the other trailers that we see, you see Rick and Michonne walking up the trash pile from a bunch of dead scavengers. So this will be after the fact where Simon comes and kills the rest of the scavengers. He's supposed to kill one person, but he kills everyone except for Jadis, as we saw in other promos and teasers, that Jadis is the lone survivor. So it's the total opposite of what Negan wants that Simon does. Simon kills all of them and leaves one, where he's supposed to kill one and leave the rest. But Jadis will be the only one. What happens to her? Maybe we'll find out here in episode 810 or 811 or the rest of the season. I'm excited to find out. Also, I'm excited about Oceanside and Enid and Aaron and Cindy, and when and why does Oceanside join the fight? Probably not right away. Probably towards the end of the season they come back around. Rick, Michonne, they leave Alexandria at some point. Where is this field? How does he get to it? Is it this the same part that we see Rick reading the note that Carl gave him? How does Negan and Rick start talking on the radios? I'm interested to find out, guys. I'm intrigued. I thought episode 809 was good. 810 should be another continuation of that. Rick, the loss of Carl, Michonne, Negan, the war still rages on, the future, the vision. Michonne's going to be upset, clearing out Alexandria and the walkers, burying Carl and then leaving Carl there. You know, it's just sad to see what happens. Rick, Michonne's probably upset and probably just taking it out on the walkers. I could see. I thought this part would be in the first episode, but it'll probably be in this one, 810, where they finally leave Alexandria. But Rick, Michonne putting out the fires. Remember, these are from the other teasers that I'm just throwing in here too to gather information. But I think there's going to be a big part for Simon, seeing the conflict between Simon and Negan continuing. It's probably going to result in Simon's death later on this season is what I gather from it. What do you think, guys? Did you check out the teaser, promo, trailer, sneak peek, and the breakdowns? Let me know your thoughts. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff at the PT channel, the Walking Dead community Facebook page and a group, a PT channel page, a Walker Stalker fans page, Walking Dead mystery boxes page, a Fight for Us page, my book series Fight for Us. Join our family, guys. Become a PT Peep and a valued member of the channel. It's easy. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, get notifications. We're going to be doing prizes, giveaways, and all that good stuff. And you got to be a subscriber to be eligible for that. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts. What did I miss? What's going to be happening in 810? Let me know your thoughts. And remember, guys, it's not what you know, it's who you know.